No, my love. We're live. And we're live. Or so it says. I think it says we're live. It says we're live. Welcome to another live stream. Hey, I went on just a little later than usual. This way, people who are not exactly on the East Coast where I am sometimes have a chance to jump in when I come on a little later. So I figured I would switch up the time so that other people can join in. Maybe people from other countries. Maybe they can join in if I go on this late. But welcome. No one's here yet, but what tonight top... Okay, the cat left. Good, because she'll start. Speaking of cats, before I jump onto the topic, and I'm just going to wait for a few more people to get here. Such sad news. I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen me do gear reviews, and one of the backdrops that I use is I go to my brother's shop in my hometown where they fix cars and do things, and that he's got a shop cat named Tina, and I'm sure if you've watched any of those videos, you will have seen Tina. And I'm so sad to say that my brother had to put Tina down, the shop cat. She was such a good cat, and he is just absolutely busted up about it. So my heart is broken. She was such a good girl, the perfect shop cat. He would leave the office door wide open and the bay doors wide open, and the cat would never leave. She would never leave the office. She would go into the bays when they were closed. Like, she knew. She's like, okay, they're closed. I can go into the bays now and hang out with the guys. She would sit there while they're having a couple beers after work, and she would sit there, and my brother would pet her. And look at this one. Look what she's doing. What is she doing? I hope she found a bug and is going to kill it. Maybe a lantern bug. Those things are infested us over here. Oh, she's so cute. Look at her. Such a good girl. So anyway, yeah, Tina passed away, and it's very, very sad, very hard. But I don't know. It's one time my brother asked me to take her home because he was getting the bay floors refinished, and I guess it was really going to smell like the fumes were going to be super noxious, and he wanted her out of there. So I was like, okay, I'll bring her home, because he was on vacation. I bring her home, and I'm thinking she's going to have a great time, because at the time I had 6 cats. I'm like, she's going to have so much fun. This is going to be awesome. Maybe she's not even going to go back to the shop. So I bring her to my house. She stayed under my bathroom sink the whole entire time. Like, she acted like she was the Lindbergh baby, and then I took her for ransom. I'm like, listen, I'm doing you a favor. It smells bad over there. But she was very upset. That cat held a grudge for 2 years. She wouldn't talk to me for 2 years. Long memory, that one. Anyway, when she came around, she forgave me. Of course, I had to beg for her forgiveness, but she was a good girl. I don't know how he's ever going to replace her, because she was really one of a kind. So good evening, everyone. If you'll notice my note at the bottom of my comments, if you have a comment of your own, or if you have a question, it's hard for me to see all of the questions and comments that are coming in that are directed to me. If you could @ me, that will make your comment or your question stick out so that I can see, okay, they're talking to me directly. Let me take a look at the screen. Because if you just say, hey, I have a question, and I'm probably going to miss it because I'm talking, and I just every now and then I glance down at the screen, and if something doesn't stick out, I'm going to miss it. Okay. So if you have a direct question, do the @ thing. You guys know what the @ is? You just put @. And I'm so sorry. It's like the longest name ever, Tammy Sipnewski. And then I'll see it. So I just wanted to wait until a few more people get here, but you know what? That's okay. Let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about what happens when your channel's growth becomes basically stagnant. Nothing's happening. You're not gaining subscribers, and maybe you might even be losing subscribers. There was one month I lost 500 subscribers. I was very upset. Like, oh, I felt like I got dumped. You know, when somebody dumps you, that feeling in the pit of your stomach, like, oh, I'm not good enough. What happened? What did I do wrong? If that happens to you, sometimes what YouTube will do is work their algorithm and find stagnant channels, maybe channels that are not really legitimate channels, and they're subscribed to your channel. They do an annual purge of those channels. And when that happens, of course, you're going to lose out on subscribers. Everybody does. So, oh, the Bee Lady's here. Hi, Bee Lady. And Bee Lady, please don't forget. Oh, Bad Karma is here. You guys are both moderators. Bee Lady, I don't know if I told you that I made you a moderator. Congratulations. So you are now one of my 3 moderators. Bad Karma is here. My buddy Anthony out in California. How you doing? Anthony's 1-year anniversary is coming up for his wedding with his wife. Maybe Tim Windsor will pop in, and then I'll have all of my 3 moderators. Okay. So what we're talking about, what do you do when, you know, you have your channel and you're working, you're plugging along, and it seems like your growth has just plateaued. Nothing's happening. It seems like you're just not growing. What's going on? What happened? You know, could be a lot of different things. So let's talk about a few tips of stuff that you can do. Now that I'm live, I just can't hide it. Normally when she cries, I snip it out in the videos. I just cut it, and this way you don't have to hear it because she has like a scratchy meow. But now I'm live, and I can't do that. So you're just going to... Libby, you pretty little ladybug, but you have to be quiet, okay? We're live. Remember I told you we're making the channel? Okay. What do you do? Of course, the big number one thing to do is upload more. Upload more regularly. Upload more consistently. Boom, period. That really is the number one reason why your algorithm is working against you. Why would YouTube want to promote someone's channel who's not uploading regularly? Because the bottom line of YouTube, guess what? They're a business and they run themselves as a business model, and they want the people who produce for them to get the most business. That only makes sense. That's what every business's bottom line is. The bottom line. How much money we making? So, of course, they want to promote channels that are making them money. So if you're not plugging away, making content and sticking it up on YouTube, you're really not doing them any favors. So why should they do you any favors? Basically it's sad but true. Now, the reason that when I first started, I know I've told this story a bunch of times, but when I first started my YouTube channel, I was so energetic about it. You know, I loved it, and I was uploading 3-4 videos a week. How I ever did that pace, well, I know how I did it. I loved it, and I was just putting it out there. But my editing was not great back then. I could do 4 videos because I wasn't putting in titles and I wasn't doing jump cuts. I was just doing basically one long static shot, and that was my video. So that's why I was able to produce more, because there really wasn't that production value. It didn't take me 8 hours to edit a video. It just took, maybe an hour, and then I got it up and that was it. Like, the big thing for me was testing the gear out and filming the video. That took up the most time. But you need to upload more to your channel, and YouTube will gift you in the algorithm by recommending you to other people. And once you get your channel, this is something that I did all the time when I first started YouTube. Every single question and comment that I got, I answered it. I answered every single comment. Like, I still try to answer all the questions that I can and comments that I can, but sometimes it just gets away from me and I just have to let them go. All right, somebody added me. How long does it take to build a channel to 1,000 subscribers? Really depends on this is a good question, how frequently you are uploading. If you're a consistent uploader, you know, you can get there. I would say it took me a good solid 6 months, I think, to get to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, I think so. It took that long. But I was fortunate. I got a shout out from Rob HK Vlogs. He gave me a shout out. I had like, at the time, I think I had like maybe 400 subscribers. And he's like, let's get this girl to like 1,000 subscribers overnight. We can do it. I got a couple hundred subscribers, which was amazing because when your channel is like only at 300, like that makes a big difference for you. And my first shout out was from Aaron Anderson, who's amazing. He's a really great photographer. He gave me my very first shout out, and that's how it happened. So it took me 6 months, but I was diligent in cranking out those videos for YouTube, and they did. It took a long time for them to recognize me, but when they did, then all of a sudden it was like, you know, I kept getting more subs and more subs and more subs, but I was consistently communicating with my subscribers. If they left a comment, I would answer it. If they had a question, I would answer it. If they made a request about a video, I would try to get that done as soon as I possibly could. Like, I was aiming to please. That's what I was all about. I was aiming to please everybody on the channel, and there was just no way I could keep up with that pace. There was, you know, I have a life, like I have things. There was no way I could keep up with that pace, especially when I imposed upon myself a production value of my videos. I didn't want to just put out videos anymore that were just one long static shot. I really wanted to put something out that was a great epic video, like something that was really good. Like I tell you, it takes me like 8 hours to edit each one of my videos. It's truthful. You should set goals for what it is you think, you know, where you want to be at when you start making your YouTube channel, especially if you're making this like a serious YouTube channel. Let's say, I know my friend Gail over at Random Life Productions. I'm not going to talk about what she does for work, but she has a full-time job and she's getting ready to retire. And she really wants to hit YouTube hard. Like, she wants that to be her full-time job. If that's your goal, you have to set goals. Like, is this possible? Can I leave my paycheck and be a full-time YouTuber? I think like only a very finite, fortunate few ever really reach that particular level, but it's doable. If you want to do it, you could do it. Like, if I just was like, okay, I'm quitting my job and YouTube's now my thing and I'm just going to do it all day long, every day, like it's a full-time job, I probably could get to 100,000 in a year. Maybe. I mean, I can't guess like that, but like if you look statistically at people who are constantly churning out videos, you can get there. Like, if you're doing videos consistently every week, you probably can get there. So you just have to set a goal for yourself. Okay, I'm starting my channel and I'm thinking about going full time, but here's my goal. If I work really hard at YouTube and, you know, I'm doing these videos and I'm doing good content, you know, I think within a 6-month timetable, I should have at least anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 subscribers and see where it goes from there. Set goals and see if you can make them. And if you don't make them, find out where it is you went wrong. What did you do? Where did you upload consistently enough? Did you answer your comments? Were you engaging with your channel? See, here's my problem. And I think you guys know. Every channel, every video that I make on my channel, I do every single thing wrong. Everything that I would tell someone to do to grow their channel, I don't do myself. Right now, I have like my personal Facebook and I have my personal Twitter, but like I never advertise it because like that's where like my friends and family are. Like, I have to make a separate Twitter handle and a separate Facebook for my YouTube persona type of thing. Not that I'm not who I am, I am, But so how crazy is that? I don't follow my own advice. So like yesterday, I went online and I made a YouTube, not a YouTube Twitter handle, but a Twitter handle that I could now advertise on my YouTube channel. Because if you want to grow on one platform, you should be on a lot of different platforms. You definitely should be on Facebook. You definitely should be on Twitter. You definitely should be on Instagram and see what you can get off of there. Like you might pick somebody up on Twitter or Instagram that likes you. And then, they find out, oh, they have a YouTube channel too. And they'll go over to YouTube and sub to your YouTube channel. So you should be on all of the different platforms. And I was really bad with that. I never did it. Here's my biggest problem. I never ask anyone to subscribe. In all of my videos, I have never once said, please subscribe or like. Well, actually, I just did a couple shorts. And I say at the end of the shorts, if this helped you, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It's like the first time I've ever asked anybody to hit the like button, or I just don't ask people to sub. I think it's a problem. I think I need to, because someone could watch the video. I know I've done it, and I'm sitting there watching a video and it's, it brought value to me. I learned something from that video. It was good. And all of a sudden they say, hey, if you're not sub, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not sub. Then I'll hit the subscribe button. But I just feel weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because, as women, as girls, we're raised to just be quiet. I don't know. B lady. Oh my God. None of my family knows how to find me on YouTube. Oh, okay. So that's like another thing. I never told anybody. So that's probably why you did it too, right? Like you were thinking, I don't want people to look at my YouTube channel and maybe judge me, or is that why you did it, B lady? Can you let me know? I didn't tell anybody I had a YouTube channel. I told my nephew because he has a YouTube channel. Actually, he has a really popular, well, not subscriber popular, but he had a really popular YouTube channel. His videos were popular. He has like some videos that have over 1 million views. He's been on YouTube since he's 8, and he's now a filmmaker. He went to film school. He went to Full Sail, and now he's an independent filmmaker, but he's also he works on a bunch of different projects. I'm not allowed to talk about them because they're quiet. Like he's not allowed to tell me specifics. He's just like, I'm working over here and I can't tell you about it. I'm like, okay. So I don't even know if I could tell you who he works for. So I got another question from Nojo. How many subscriber views does it take to be able to make a full-time living from YouTube? And about how long does that take? It really depends. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much energy you're putting into YouTube. But let's say if you dove right in, first of all, don't quit your job to become a full-time YouTuber, because you're not going to start making money for a long time. Okay? A very, very long time. So don't even think you're going to jump ship on your paycheck, run over to YouTube, and then all of a sudden you're going to be living life large over there, because that's not going to happen. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. If you want to do that and you're going at YouTube really hard, very consistently, I'd say probably, no lie, 4 years. 4 years. I'm 2 years into my YouTube journey. And right now, I'm stalled out in the 14,000s. But I know why I've stalled out. I've stalled out because I'm not uploading as frequently as I used to. There was a couple months where I didn't upload at all. My mother had passed away. My best friend passed away. There were just other things going on with my company because I own my own company. And I just didn't have time for YouTube, either emotionally or just time-wise. I just didn't have time for it. And when you stop uploading like that, they really hammer you in the algorithm. There's this guy, now I can't even remember the name of this poor dude's channel. He was so nice and sweet. And his channel basically was all about the Canon M50. And I found him because I have the Canon M50. And he didn't upload for a month. And he said his everything that was going well for him in YouTube came crashing down. Really came crashing down really hard for him. And I felt really bad for him because he has a full-time job, but I know he wanted to make full-time YouTube his full-time gig. But he has he has one daughter who has physical disabilities. I think him and his wife have like 4 or 5 kids, and they're a young couple, and they got like all these kids already. And one of them has severe disabilities, and they have to invest a lot of time into her. And I think that's what happened. Something happened with her. He didn't want to share it, and he wasn't on YouTube for a whole month, and he got dinged. Like I look at his channel now, he's stalled out. He's not going anywhere because, life takes you. And if you're not making real money from YouTube, you've got to go where the money is. Like, you've got to focus on what's paying your bills. You can't just jump ship and go to YouTube. That's not going to work. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, okay, in the beginning of my YouTube days, my videos were a mess. Let me move my mouse. Hold on. I was just putting out content without editing, and sometimes my lives were a disaster. I know. I mean, life gets away from you, and the last thing that you want to do is focus on YouTube. It's like somebody passes away. The last thing you're thinking about is analytics. Oh, is somebody commenting? You're not. Like, I put YouTube so far out of my mind, it was not even funny. Excuse me. So I saw there was one more question. I don't want to miss any of the questions because Joe had a question for me, and I don't know how to go back now. Hold on a second. No, that didn't work. How can I get back to the questions? Oh. I'm so bad with this. Hold on a second. I don't know. Now I think I just messed everything up. Who knows? Top chat? Gotta hit that. No, I don't know. Okay, so moving on with my... here's the bar. I just had to expand out the screen, and now I can see it. Road Trip Dave. Saying to subscribe was weird when I first started, but now it's just a habit on my videos, okay? I know. I probably should do it, but I don't know why I feel weird about it, but I just do. I just do. I have to do it because I have all these tips that I would give to someone. I really need to follow them myself is the basic bottom line. And that's why I did start my YouTube, like something I can advertise on my YouTube channel. That's a Twitter handle. And it's @me, Tammy Ski. Because nobody wants to spell out my last name, although I'm making you people do it right now. If you have a question or comment, please @me so I can see what's going on. Dave Smith is in the house. Hi, David. Okay. I know there was another question from Joe. Let me get back to it. Oh. No, I guess, okay, that wasn't a question. All right, moving along. How's everybody doing on this Friday night, by the way? Getting ready for a big weekend? I hope you guys have an awesome, amazing weekend. This will be the first weekend that I go to my brother's shop because I normally would go there on the weekends to take care of Tina, but she's not there. But there is a homeless cat that I still have to go there and feed. So I'll still go there on the... Would you guys... Pardon me, I dropped my glasses. Hold on. Ah, that was graceful. I know. Okay. Okay, so I mentioned about setting your goals. Do you have some goals? What are your goals? Okay, set your goals. know your audience. Who's watching your channel? Like, off the top of my head, I could rattle off all these different people's names who consistently watch every single one of my videos and will comment on every single video that I do. One of these gentlemen, of course, my friend, Mr. Beaver, Bad Karma, he always comments, but there is I'm De Brown. Hold on a second. Where is he? I am De Brown. He comments on, hello, how you doing? I don't know if you're still here, but I know that you definitely comment on all of my videos. Tim Windsor, he's usually the first guy on there. He's like, hey. And Dave Cares For You, he's usually commenting on every single one of my videos. Like, there's just those people that you know that you can count on who like you and who watch your videos and comment. Make sure that you comment back to them, because this is your core community. This is who they are. Like, you need to reach out to these people and say, hey, you know, I really appreciate that you're here again to watch my video. Like, it means a lot. So I do that, like those core people. And like I say, I try to get to all of the comments that I possibly can, but you know, now I have my library. I think I probably have over 300 videos, and you know, someone can be commenting on a video that I did like 2 years ago, and it's hard to keep up with all of those. It really is. So try to at least answer a couple of comments every single day from those older videos. And what I've tried to do now with my newer videos is I'll answer comments on my newest video for the first couple days. And then after that happens, like if they still come in, you know, John Spamp, he's another one that comes over and watches all my videos. It just gets to be too much, but you do have to engage. So that's another thing. And the more people hit like, the more people leave comments, YouTube is going to recognize that as engagement on that video, and they reward you for engagement. So by you even just responding to their comment, that's more engagement that YouTube sees going on your channel. Engagement is going to reap rewards in the YouTube algorithm. So make sure that, you know, at least for your newest videos, get on top of that. Start answering comments. Oh, hold on, Canon. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Hold on, you guys. Yeah, Canon with the turn off time. Okay. Give all kinds of things a shot until you know what your channel is or who you're even going to be on YouTube. Give everything a shot. You don't know what you're going to be. I didn't know what I was going to be when I started YouTube. Like, I started the channel and my first like 10 videos were all on microphones. But I don't consider myself a microphone channel at all. The thing is, and I know I've told this story before, I have a company, and I had a channel for that company, and everyone was asking me questions about the gear that I used to set up that other channel. So I started this channel because I couldn't handle all the phone calls every day, walking people through the process of what I did to compose a video. So I started that, and like the first couple questions, the main questions I got was about audio. Like, your video sounded so good. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Like, mine sounds like I'm in a tin can. What's the deal? I'm like, do you have a microphone? And they're like, oh no. Like, people think, they hear microphone and they immediately think DJ or they think singer. Like, a regular person would never even consider getting a microphone. Like, that wouldn't even be in their thought process, which has been abundantly clear now that you're watching news and all these people, you know, because of COVID, now everybody's Skyping in, and you could, like, people who are filthy rich, you can see they're using their webcam. It looks like crap, and they have no microphone. It's like, you're a strategist for the Republican Party, and I see that nice mansion you're living in. You can't get a Blue Yeti. Like, you can't spend $100 and get yourself a Yeti. Come on. So, you just have to walk people through certain things. And, but that's what it was. My first 10 videos were about microphones. And somehow, some way, even though I said I am not a microphone channel, practically every single piece of gear that people offer me to review is a microphone. It's a microphone. So, even though I like to think of myself as a helper, I like to help people. I like to try to solve problems for people because that's what I do. I'm a problem solver. And that's what you need to do with your channel. The number one reason why people are looking around on YouTube, yeah, they're there for entertainment, of course. But if someone's sitting there writing something in the search bar, it's because they have a problem and they're trying to solve it. They have a question and they want an answer to, and you can solve that problem. So just, put yourself out there and give all things a shot. No matter what it is, you got to just do it. Like when I got the Mayonocaster Lite, that little teeny tiny little mobile podcasting thing that is not the greatest, but it's only $99, and it is a mobile thing, which I think is pretty cool. They sent that to me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make a video. Like, all right, I'll take it, but I don't know when I'm gonna be able to make the video. And when I did make the video, I wasn't in any rush to get it up there. And even when I uploaded it, I'm like, nobody's going to watch this video. That video was one of my number one videos. You never know what your big hit is going to be, what your big success is. So give all things a chance. Don't look at something and be like, oh, that thing is so cheap. No, but the Pop Voice lav mic, that thing cost $12. That's another really big video of mine. It's like these little things people love, and they wind up watching the video. I still can't believe that thing is, I think that thing is my number one video, the Mayonocaster Lite. You would think that one of my Lumafusions, that they would be my number one video, but they're not. So you never know what's going to work for you. So just try everything. Doesn't hurt. Even if you're just doing anything. I've recorded myself doing a one wheel, and it's funny because I told you, my nephew was very successful at YouTube at a very young age. He was 8 and he had videos that had over 1 million views. Excuse me. So I take advice from him. He is so funny. He's like, Aunt Tammy, first of all, you need a channel banner, because I don't have a channel. I'm like, you're right, I know. But see, what I want to do is a tutorial on that. So I'm not doing it because I want us to do it together as a team, like I usually do with Lumafusion stuff. And he's like, and you need to be in every single thumbnail. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you need to be in every, it doesn't matter what your video is about. You need to be in the thumbnail. And I was like, okay, I guess that's good advice. And he's told me some other stuff too, but he's very cute. He's trying to say, okay, you're pretty, so put yourself in the thumbnail. I know what he was trying to say. Hey, you guys, probably some of you were here from the other night, but remember I told you that one store was trying to send me lingerie to review, and I'm like, I'm not going to review lingerie. And he was watching my live stream, and somebody wrote something in the comments section about when I said that. He's like, oh, did you see that comment? I'm like, no, can't really see the comments like I am right now without the glasses, but I do see someone added me, and I appreciate that. If you have a question directly for me, make sure you at Tammy Sipnewski, because this way it's going to stand out, and I'm going to see you have a question, and I'm going to try to get to it. So Know Your Joe says, what equipment or software are you using to live stream? Okay, I'll get to that in a second. Did you think that Lumafusion videos would be part of your channel? That's what led me to your channel. Thank you, Road Trip Dave, for that. No, I didn't. Yes, I definitely knew that I wanted to do Lumafusion tutorials, but I didn't know I'd wind up doing so many of them. Really, I had no idea because my whole thing about Lumafusion, the reason I did it was because every single person up to, I was the first person who did a Lumafusion tutorial with an overhead camera. Everyone else was doing the Lumafusion tutorials with the screen record. And that was before Lumafusion had that blue dot that's now on the screen that you can follow that blue dot a little bit. I couldn't follow along with the screen records. So even though I was watching someone's tutorial and they were going here and going and they would talk you through it, I was lost because I wasn't able to see exactly where they were on the screen and what they were doing. So I'm like, you know what? I wish somebody would record the while they're doing it from overhead. And my girlfriend said to me, she's like, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, oh, me start a channel? And really, that was like really the birth of that. So know your Joe. Okay. What I'm using very simply for software, I use the OBS, which is completely free, open broadcast software, completely free. You can download it. As my audio interface, I am using the Mayonocaster. This is a $200 unit, and I got it for free to review. And I'm always very honest about what stuff I get for free, so you don't think I'm doing something biased. I got this for free, and I legit love this thing. I have a very expensive Behringer audio mixer as well that I spent a fortune on. That is just basically now collecting collecting dust on my desk because I never use it because I always use the Mayonocaster because it's awesome. It's awesome. I have watch. Come on. How cool is that? Like I rarely use the sound effects, but if they're there, I can use them. And my microphone is the Rode Pod mic. And I have a cloud booster. This is actually something I'm reviewing. The Stealth, and it's by, I think the company's name is Coda, and I've been testing it. You guys, this thing is a $25 cloud lifter, straight up. So far, my testing, I think it's better than the Fed Head. That cost me like almost $100. So it's you never know what's going to happen. So that's very true. So that's what I'm using basically. So all of this runs into the Mayonocaster. I'm using the Canon M50 as my camera, and I have that going into a Cam Link. And at the time when I bought my Cam Link, it was only $99. When the whole pandemic thing was happening, I could have sold that thing for $300 or $400. Those things were going like hotcakes. You couldn't get them anywhere. But yep, that's what I'm using. And I have an HP computer, basically. Laptop, I should specify. So yep, B-Lady says, I agree, is a fantastic storyteller. Oh, thank you. I have to say, though, my mom was an awesome storyteller, you guys. I wish she was still alive. I wish she was still here. I would record her telling a story. She was awesome. She was gifted. She was a poet. Beautiful woman. My mother was gorgeous. Yes, I had the exact same problem when I was trying to start Lumafusion. Thank you for doing those tutorials. Thank you for watching those tutorials. If you guys didn't watch them, I probably wouldn't do them. By the way, you should know, last weekend, I recorded a Lumafusion masterclass. Took me 3 solid days to record it. So do you know what it's going to take to edit that? It's going to be insane. And I have it all. And just so you know, I'm super excited about this. I got a Western Digital external hard drive. So your girl is going to be doing some editing on the external hard drive. I'm super excited about it. I had an issue hooking this up to Lumafusion, but I fixed it. Is anybody else interested in this? This is basically like the Narbox, except for it's only $200 as opposed to the $500 that the Narbox costs. So, yep. Moving on here. Oh. I said this in last week's video. Review everything. If you're stuck for content, like you've run out of ideas, you don't know what to talk about, you don't have any more money to buy any more stuff, you think, you need to review stuff that you already have. Even if it is like the smallest thing, make a review on it, because you never know when your whole thing is going to spin around, and maybe that's going to shift the whole dynamic of your channel. The whole thing. Like I said, I only ever intended to do like maybe 1 or 2 Lumafusions, because I did that one basic. It was the master class at the time. It was an hour-long video all about everything you need to know about Lumafusion. I thought that was basically going to be it. And then that video got a lot of views. And I'm like, wow, people really like that video. Like, maybe I should make more. And that's why I continued on with that. If I didn't have, I don't know what I would be. I still don't think that my channel really fits, well, I guess maybe gear, basically gear production type of stuff. But still, like, I still go out on the, I don't really do vlogs. Like, I test stuff on my vlogs, but I think if you're vlogging, you need to be somebody who has a spectacular, kind of personality where people get sucked in, and it's like a dramatic thing, and they're interested in seeing you, and they want to know what's going on with your life. But I don't share that much about my life. Like, I know you see my cats in the background, but like, I don't bring the camera out into my house because I have an unwilling participant out there. And I have to respect that. So it's hard to, do a vlog when you're living with someone who is like, don't point that thing at me. Don't bring that thing in the house. You're going to get stalked one day. I hope you don't get murdered. I'm like, no, don't say that. That's not going to happen. But like, oh, hold on. I'm very superstitious. I have to knock on wood when I say that because, you never know. But I hope I don't. I already told you to problem solve. Problem solve. People are searching for things because they have a problem, and perhaps you have the answer that can solve it. Like the external hard drive. I couldn't get it to hook up to Lumafusion. And I even reached out to Lumafusion. I'm like, hey, man, like, I've been trying to hook this thing up by myself. I even contacted Western Digital. They say it's something to do with you. Like, what? It took me 3 days to fix how to get the hard drive into Lumafusion. So I know there's other people out there that are having the same issue. And so I'm going to make a tutorial about how to fix that. And I know that's going to be a big video because people probably are searching frantically right now as we speak. It's actually probably a little unfair that I'm holding back on that tutorial. I'll get to it when I can, about how to get that together, because it was very frustrating. Lumafusion was nice. They did the best they could for me, but they missed a step. They missed something. They missed a big thing. So I found what the thing was. I got it. Stop the stalker, LOL. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that, to be honest with you, because I once upon a time, I don't know if I should tell this story. Road Trip Dave has another question. The bee lady got to hit bed for the night. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you, Road Trip Dave. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for coming by. I appreciate you for asking questions. Okay. So I got a couple people in here, 13. Does anybody want to hear my stalker story? I actually have 2. I had 2 stalkers. One when I was in high school and one when I was in my early 20s. I shouldn't tell these stories. No, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Are you asking people to sub? Like, I'm not. But I think I'm going to start, because someone could be watching my video and then I'll say, oh, by the way, have you subbed? And it might trigger them to subscribe to your channel. And it doesn't hurt to ask, especially if, it's free. No, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe or anything like that. So I guess I should. So I am kind of blanketing things out. you need to do what pleases YouTube. We are so lucky to have this platform. Can you imagine? Like, I don't know how old you guys are, but I was in high school in the 80s. And if someone had said to me, hey, when you're 50, you're basically going to have your own TV show, like your own channel. It's going to be you. You're going to be star of it. I would have been like, no, that's not going to happen. What are you talking about? That definitely will not happen. And here we are. We are so fortunate that we have the ability to do this. And it's all because of YouTube. Now, I know YouTube is getting wealthy off the work of other people putting content on their channel, but we have to be grateful that we have the opportunity here. So we have to do what pleases YouTube. And right now, YouTube is itching for people to be making the shorts. They're like, are you making shorts? We need shorts. Like, come on, shorts. Make it shorts. Shorts. Are you making shorts? When you uploading shorts, they're all about the shorts. Like, they want that stuff up there, loaded and ready to go. So, you know, you gotta please daddy. So I have been making the shorts religious. I want to do at least 3 shorts every single week. And I want to go live at least once a week. And I want to upload at least 1 video every week. That's my new goal for myself. I set a goal. Now let's see if I can do it. And I'm also going to see if that helps with the algorithm. If I do what YouTube asks and I make the shorts, and by the way, when you do a shorts, when you film a shorts, I don't know if you guys know, you film it with your phone and it has to be vertical, not like landscape, not like that, but you have to hold your phone regular, like you were talking on it. That's how you have to film the shorts that way. And then when you upload it, you have to hashtag shorts somewhere in the description. And I did hashtag shorts in the tags as well. Couldn't hurt, right? And it has to be under 1 minute. So less than 60 seconds, and that's your shorts. And when they say less than 60 seconds, they mean it. It's got to be in that category. So being that they were so hot after it, I'm like, you know, I have to start doing this, making these shorts because they're so desperate for them. And I made I made 3 this past week. And all of this is like a test. I'm going to see where I end up because my channel has stalled at 14,000 something. I've been at 14,000 something for the past few months. My channel is stalled. So all of these things I'm doing, I'm going to see what I can do to jumpstart the YouTube channel, jumpstart the passion again. And I don't know what it is. Is it because I'm not doing as many Lumafusion tutorials? Is it because I'm doing more gear stuff? I don't know what it is, but I have to start doing more, and I am doing more. So this is one of my weekly live streams. I mean, it would be fun to do 2 a week, but I don't have that much to talk about. It's not that exciting. Like, I'm not that exciting. So, although the stalker stories, they're really good ones, but I won't share that. But B-Lady, you email me. I'll tell you that story. They're good. They're frightening too. Okay. Be in your thumbnails. Like, if you think that if there's something about you that, no, be in your thumbnails. Everybody wants to see who's in the video. Like, I don't like when I look at a thumbnail, nobody's in it, and then you start the video and it's one of those, it's almost like an automated video. You're like, who made this video? Like, the voice sounds like a robot and it's just, you know, the piece of gear. And I bounce right out of those videos. Like, I don't even know who would sit there and make those. So I get out of them right away. Like, I like to, you know, a little bit of a human connection. I like to know somebody's worked with the product, what they think of the product, you know, so always put yourself in your thumbnail. That was a good piece of advice that my nephew gave to me. And I've done it basically ever since he told me to do it. I've put myself in every single thumbnail. Has it helped? I mean, I guess, how would I know, right? Like, because I have not not put myself, well, the shorts, I'm actually not in there. So how would I know? I guess I would have to start doing a couple videos without me in the thumbnail to see how that works, I know a lot of people also recommend that you change up the thumbnails of your existing videos, but I've never done that. Never. I never changed a single thumbnail unless I caught something that was a typo and it bothered me and I went back and changed it. I've always been consistent with what my thumbnails. Just one and done. I ain't got no time for thumbnails. That is what it is. If you have a question for me, please at me. This way I can see that you're asking me a question directly, if you should have one, or a comment that you specifically want me to see. So good evening, everyone. Look, we have more people in the house. We have Professor Fox and Dr. B. Ooh, that's one smart household. Liana, I'm going to butcher this. Georgita, I guess. Florence Chan, welcome. Welcome, everyone, to the live stream. We're just discussing, like, strategies to, before you goes in the house. Good evening before you go. LOL, I use my beautiful wife in mine, and those do real well. Before You Go has an awesome channel. He does a lot of drone stuff. Well, basically, is that, like, is it only drones? I think the only channel, yeah, you're all drones, right? You do all drone stuff, which is really cool. I love that little drone you showed that's like $40. I got to get one of those. I have to keep hitting my camera every 20 minutes or so because it's a Canon and it will shut off on me. So there you go. Here's another thing that you should do. Once you realize where your community is, like what you think your genre is, whatever it is that you think you are, you need to engage with people that are in that same genre. And I'm going to say this, but I want you to be very careful because I'm going to tell you a story. I'm not going to use names, but you probably will piece together who I'm talking about. So, how can I tell this story without using a name? Once upon a time, there was a channel owner, very successful, and before I tell this story, you want to engage with people on other people's channels. So comment on other people's videos that you might have worked with the same thing. Compliment them. Be nice. Don't try to poach subscribers off someone else's channel, because whose ever channel you try to do that on, I don't mind that. Like, people will, sometimes they'll do that. They'll leave like, oh, I reviewed this same thing on my channel. I don't mind it. Like, that has never bothered me. I don't get bothered by that. And I never silence anyone's. I have never, because I'm a true-blooded American girl, red-blooded. I believe in a freedom of speech. And if somebody wants to say something on my channel, they have the absolute right to say it. I'm not going to mute it. I have never deleted a comment. I've never muted anyone. You want to say something, you're free to say it. I'm not your mama. I'm not going to edit your speech. You can say whatever you want. Having said that, I know people get very angry because I've personally listened to someone get very upset because they felt like someone was poaching subscribers from their channel. Like, they went and they did a tutorial on something. I can't even say what it is because that would just ruin it. And this person commented saying, hey, what you just did, I used that over here on my channel. There was like a little bit of like a rage email happened, and it was not good. And I just, then this guy's emailing me, oh, what's going on? I didn't mean to upset it. I'm like, first of all, calm down. How did you get my no, I know how he got my email. He won one of my giveaways, so he had my email. And he was very upset that he basically got yelled at by this other creator. And he wanted me to get involved and put out some kind of fire. I'm like, listen, first of all, you're getting way too emotional about this one little comment that you made on the channel, and you kind of got smacked around. I said, forget about it. That guy's probably not even thinking about it anymore. And you're like up all night huffing and puffing about the situation. Forget about it. Like, your emotions are out of control right now. Like, get a hold of yourself. So please don't try to poach subscribers from other people's channels, because you know what's going to happen. They're going to edit you. They're either going to silence you, or they're going to humiliate you, and you're going to go crying to somebody else to dry your tears. Don't do that. Just don't. You want to be engaging and nice and helpful. Just say, man, that was a great video. That's it. Leave it there. People are going to see your name. They're going to have recognition with your name. It's like a little bit of a free advertising. That's not saying that someone's going to go over there to your channel, but having name recognition is good no matter what you do. So when you do that, just be respectful, okay? Don't go crazy. Just saying. Okay. I have my list here. Could you guys figure out who I was talking about, by the way, with that story? I hope not, because it was ugly, and I couldn't believe that I was in the middle of it, just because I know both of these people, and it was just stupid. I could say a thing about, men, but I won't, because I have a lot of brothers, and my brothers are awesome, but typically men are very emotional. They really are. My poor brother, his cat, I told you, my brother, his shop cat died, and he's all a mess. He's probably crying in a puddle right now, that poor thing. I feel so bad for him. Very emotionally invested in animals. Not so much people, but animals he's crazy about. And I'm like, what does that say about you, that like you're more upset about this animal than you were like somebody else that had passed away? You weren't that upset about. He's like, I don't know. I have no idea who you were talking about. Okay, Beely. Okay, that's good. That's good, because that's kind of the way that I wanted it. I didn't want anyone to know who I was talking about. But that's what you can do. That's what you need to do to jumpstart your channel. And I'm thinking this could help my channel too. I'm doing the shorts. I'm putting more out there. I'm getting a little more involved with the live streaming. And I'm trying to be a little better with answering comments. I used to answer every single comment that I ever got, and that was easy to do because maybe I would get like 7 comments a day. Of course I could handle that, but now when you have a library of a few hundred different videos that people might start commenting on, there's no way that you can begin to answer all those comments. There's no way. Excuse me. It's just the truth. There's no way that you can really stay on top of that. And people know that. They know it's not feasible that you can keep up like that. So maybe you once had commented to every single time this person commented or did something. I mean, it's not possible to continue. Unless YouTube is your full-time job, then yeah, you can answer all the comments you want because you have all day. But when you don't, I mean, come on. Like this... My friend the monk is in the house. Okay, so my friend the monk, gave him a shout out a few months ago because I like the fact that he's a monk and he's super sweet. And he's just like a regular guy who tells funny stories. I'm like, how awesome is this guy? So I gave him a little bit of a shout out, and now he's over 1,000 subscribers. And he mixes in, I would say, his religion with pop culture and explaining different things. Very interesting. He's very interesting. Of course, he's very enlightened. So he's a monk, He's a monk. But I do want to say, my friend the monk, that I know you told me not to kill those bugs. okay? And I did the best I could. But now it literally is biblical outside. Like, the Bible talks about the locusts coming. The lantern bugs have come. Have any of you, where you live, do you guys have the lantern bugs? I don't know if they're called bugs or flies. I think it's just lantern bugs. They look like a gypsy moth, but they have red wings. And they kill the trees. And they especially go after the fruit trees. These bugs came over from China. They were in, I guess, one of the cargo things. That cargo came in to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, because they have begun tracking these bugs. They came in from Bethlehem. They started spreading. So now it made its way from Pennsylvania into New Jersey. These things are no, not fireflies. That fireflies glow. These things are lantern bugs, where they look like moths, but they have red on their wings. They look like a lantern, like they're shaped like that, and they have red. I guess that's why they're called the lantern bugs. But they're very harmful to the environment. They're very harmful to the citrus trees, any kind of fruit tree, bad for trees in general. And here's the problem with them. Here in China, where they came from, there's birds over there that eat them. That bird's not here. That bug has no natural enemy here in the United States. And Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the government actually issued, they waved the white flag to everybody. They're like, help us, please. If you see these things, kill them immediately. This is no joke. These things are going to kill the trees. Like, we need these things gone. So I know, my friend, the monk, I know you're probably very upset, but yeah, they are a problem. So that's the bug that I was telling you. I've had to start killing them because I'm live and let live type of. I don't like to kill anything. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody does, but that thing's got to go. I want to hear you pop in the mic, Tammy. I want to hear your pop in the mic. I don't know what that means. Oh. I'm too close. There's plosives. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you said, Max? Max Nays? I have plosives going. B lady, what just happened? I don't know what just happened, but B lady's got this. She handled it. Whatever it was, she's got it. Cicadas are particularly bad in my area. Yeah. The thing about the cicadas, though, right? Like, they only come around every 17 years. Don't they hibernate underground for 17 years and then they come out? They're like Halley's Comet. They only come out every now and then. These things are here to stay until we get rid of them and until we can kill them off. And let's be honest, at this point, how do you get rid of something? Because they just multiply and multiply. When I tell you that I killed 30 the other day, my brother said he killed 30. And like, you hear everybody, I was outside smoking, and this neighbor, my new neighbor, she walks down and she's on the phone, I guess, with her mom. She's like, oh, hold on, Mom. And she takes her shoe on. Boom, she kills the bug. She's like, I had to kill one of those lantern things. So everybody knows about them here. Like, everybody knows they have to kill these things because they're bad. So if I kill 30 in a day, and my brother's like, yeah, I killed like 30, how many there must be for me to kill 30 and he kills 30 and there's still a problem? Like, there's probably billions. I don't think there's any way we're going to be getting rid of these things. Like, I don't know what they're going to have to come up with some spray, I guess. Put the nylon pop filter. Is it still a problem? I mean, it's off over here in an off access position. Is it really a problem? I mean, I have my headphones on. It doesn't sound like I'm popping on my headphones. I don't know. What do you think, B lady? Am I having plosives? Is it an issue? I don't know. Anyway, so the whole thing of this live stream was, what am I going to do to jumpstart the growth of the channel, which has stalled out now in the 14,000 area, and hopefully, with that blueprint of what I've concocted, hopefully I can please YouTube, and hopefully they'll reward me in the algorithm. So in case you're just jumping in here, what I've suggested, if you're interested in growing your channel, making it grow, maybe even one day you're interested in becoming a full-time YouTuber, like that's what you want your gig to be. First of all, you have to set goals for yourself and be reasonable. Don't be leaving your paycheck to go to YouTube, because YouTube is an ungrateful landscape and you're going to get your butt kicked and you're going to lose your house and all this. You can't do it. Don't leave your paycheck. You're not going to do anything in YouTube. At least the guy asked me in the questions, how long do you think it's going to take to be a serious YouTuber where you could maybe go full time? I said 4 years, and I mean that. Maybe even longer, but definitely at least 4 years, maybe longer. And it depends on, if people like you. So B Lady Wish. Every time he puts in a comment, I look up the channel associated with the name. Not sure if he's morphing names or what. Oh, okay. Oh, Tammy, who is better, nylon pop filter or foam pop filter or metal pop filter? Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. My bad. He was asking me about pop filters, and I thought he was saying that I had plosives in mine. Okay. I always use the foam pop filter. It really is just the best. Of course, I mean, it does not make for a sexy outfit. Let's be honest. Hold on a second. Let me mute this. Look at that sexy microphone. This is a gorgeous, sexy microphone. But because I want to block the plosives, I got to put this thing on it. So it does make for an unfortunate looking piece of gear, but you know what? I really think they work the best for blocking out plosives. There is something to be said for the other ones, the nylon ones. Hold on a second. Your traditional... No, well, this is really the traditional pop filter. Hold on a second. As opposed to a pop filter like this, which is the nylon pop filter. This has a dual nylon, but you know what? It's not that good. I don't think it works as well as this one, because look at the mass of this one. It's incredible. And this one is just It's a couple of screens. Yes, it does diffuse the voice and the voice waves and will break up the plosives, but still. I mean, and it is a better looking package, but you tell me which one sounds better. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peanuts. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peanuts. I'll mute you again. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peanuts. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peanuts. As far as the metal one goes, it depends on who's making it. Like the ones by Blue, I know they're really good. The metal pop filters by Blue are good, and they are sexy looking, especially when you got a blue microphone. I have a blue microphone, and not this one. This is a Rode microphone, but I do have a blue. It's all black. It's gorgeous, and I can't remember the name of it. I paid so much money for that thing, and I don't even use it now. I prefer these. I think. Looks wise, not my favorite, but it gets the job done. Okay. Yes. So another thing that we're talking about is, ranking up there in YouTube. You have to please YouTube. You have to please Daddy. And YouTube is so hungry for the shorts right now. My monk friend, have you begun dropping some shorts? Are you going to start dropping shorts? What are you going to do? Because I know you reached over that 1,000 subscriber mark, that mark that all the people want to hit, at least 1,000 subscribers. Are you going to start doing them? Like, where are you right now with your sub count? You were, I think, just north of like 1,200. I wonder where you are now. Okay, so drop shorts, do whatever YouTube wants you to do. You have to please YouTube in order to really rank in there. 1,400, that is awesome. Congratulations. That's amazing. That's really good. Although your videos are really good because, not only you have good production value, I can tell you put a lot of work into editing your videos and you have a good message. You mix in pop culture, along with your is it right to say religion? It's religion, right? It's your religion. Monk. Yeah, it's a religion. Your whole being of enlightenment and stuff. So I like the way that your channel is unique like that. Are there any other monks that have channels? I have a list of ideas for some shorts, but more than 5 to 10 minute videos. I don't always have the energy to produce. Yeah, I know it's hard. Listen, how many of you that are watching right now? I have 19 people watching. Welcome, by the way, to anyone who's watching. Out of all of you that are watching, how many of you are here because you're serious about really growing your YouTube channel? Or are you just here because it's Friday night and why not? Why not hang out with some friends on a Friday night? What else is going on? You don't want to watch the news. Nobody wants to watch the news. I know I don't want to watch the news all weekend because there's going to be another thing in Washington, D.C., and I definitely don't want to see that. Other monks' channels are mostly unedited recording of their lectures. Okay, that's very true. So you are so unique. You're gonna have a gazillion subscribers. I called it here first, people. One day you'll look upon this video and say, Tammy called it. My monk friend is going to be epic. He's going to have a huge channel. He's going to be ultra YouTube famous. And you heard it here first. He's really a monk. That guy's he's a straight up monk. Wears a robe. I mean, he's really a monk. He's handsome though, right? Like when I first saw his a picture of him, and I was thinking, is this guy really a monk, or is like that his shtick on his channel? But because not that I'm judging monks, but typically, you think of a monk, you don't think of like this handsome guy, and I mean he's a handsome guy, but he's a monk. So this is my test. Now that I'm stalled out in the mid 14,000s, I'm going to do all of these things that I would recommend other people to do that I don't do myself. And I'm like, why am I not doing this? Why am I not advertising my Twitter channel? Why am I not advertising my Facebook? And I said, it's because most of that stuff is private like that. It's my friends and family over there. I need to make one for people who want to reach me through YouTube to go to. This way I can, maybe share some private things on there, like pictures of my cats. And, you guys, my brothers are so funny that it's not even funny. And I really would love to get video of them because they're so funny. And I know that if they had a reality show, that thing would be a hit. So I started a Twitter for specifically YouTube. So it's @me, Tammy Ski. Can you imagine how many I have at Tammy Sipniewski. That's like my private one that nobody will ever go to, I'm sure. But I tried all these different variations of ski. I just put Tammy Ski. Probably, I know there's a lot of other Tammy Sipniewskis because one girl emailed me and she asked me if she could have my Gmail address. And she's like, I can't believe you beat me to the Gmail, because I've had that Gmail for a really long time. She wanted it. And I was like, I'm sorry. No. So she was probably upset that I beat her at Twitter too. So she had, like, I tried all these different variations of Tammy Sipniewski with Twitter. None of them would go through. So I know it's like all the Tammy Sipniewskis fighting over. You're like thinking, how many of them could there be, really? Apparently, at least more than 5. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to do all that. You know, I upload at least once a week a main video. Go live at least once a week. YouTube is hungry for shorts right now. If you're not producing shorts, they're not going to like, well, they'll like you. You just won't be ranked up there in their favorites. So I'm at least going to try to produce 3 shorts a week. And it's shorts. I'm not going to kill myself over the shorts like I do my regular videos. I can't do it. If I'm pumping out 3 of those a week, I don't have time for that level of production value that I put into my other videos. It's just not feasible. It's really just not. It is so nice that it's just done with the phone. This way I don't have to mess with the camera and the SD card and color grade and all this other stuff. It's just the phone. I'm just using it like that and just throwing it on Lumafusion, making a few tweaks, and then I'm done. I'm done, and I don't want to spend that much time on them. So 3 a week, going live once a week, and 1 main video that's always, like, I try to put a lot of different production value into my videos because I want them to stand out. I want people to like them. But the thing is here now, you know, like I said, I've used to make a lot more Lumafusion videos. That's because that's all I had. Like, that's what I had. And now people like to send me stuff. Good evening, Tim. My other moderators here. All 3 are in the house. Oh, wait. I think Anthony left. Hi, Tim. How you doing? Now I lost what I was saying. Oh, now people want to send me their products to review. So now I have like a stack of stuff here to review that I have to get to because I feel like I told them I would take it. So now I have like this obligation to get the video up, and I feel stress about looking at the pile. It gets to me. It's stressful for me. Like even this silly little mic here. This little mic, I think it's like $50 on Amazon. It's called 7 Rhymes. I've just been using this to do the shorts because it has the USB-C cable. And it's so small that I just like leave it here on the desk. And when I need it, I just like quickly plug it in. Is it that great of a microphone? No, not compared to the Rode Pod mic or, you know, any of the other microphones that I have in my arsenal of like 50 microphones. But it just happens to be super convenient. And I haven't made the review video on it. And I feel so riddled with guilt. But like I do like to use these things a lot before I review them because I want to be honest with you. So it's not that great. It's okay. But it's $50 and it's, you know, to get anything. I mean, $50 is not that much money anymore. I remember when $50 was a lot of money and now it's just not. $50 is not a lot of money. So I always have to keep that in mind. Let's see. So I'm going to do all that. And hopefully that's really going to help the algorithm. So, you know, we'll just have to see if it works. So I started this officially 2 weeks ago. Now this weekend, because I just filmed another Lumafusion masterclass, because as you know, the interface has changed so much since the first time I did the tutorial. Like, I remember there was like a little toolbox for you guys that use Lumafusion. There used to be like a little toolbox icon on the side of the thing. And that, you use that a lot. That thing is gone. Like, can you imagine somebody going to my old masterclass? How they even can use that, I don't know. But I still get compliments on that video. So I did film the new one, and it's going to take me, I would say, at least 15 hours to edit that video, because it's not just that video. It's like a true masterclass. I'm going to make my own playlist for just those videos, because it's going to be broken up into a series of like 5 different videos. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get there. So that's my big plan. So I'm going to do that for 2 months or 3 months solid, if I can keep up with that pace. And I'm going to let you know where I am. I'm just going to be honest. Okay, here's where I started with my 14,432 subscribers. Where did I go from here? With all of this effort that I put in, did it stimulate any growth for me? And I'm just going to be honest with you, if it did or if it didn't. The bee lady's got something here. Let's see. Has been at Jan Batista, see, has been live for 36 minutes now, and there are 17 watching. Okay. Oh, I see 18 people are watching me. That's because I'm famous. Kidding ya. Hey, Tim, what's up? Oh, there was a troll? Oh. Yusuf. Oh, what'd he say, Tim? What did he say? Are you going to tell me, or... I mean, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. As long as they're not using profanity, it's pretty hard to hurt my feelings. I grew up with all brothers. My sister wasn't born until I was 17, so I got a pretty thick skin. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, really put it out there and be completely honest about how much growth it's brought to the channel. And I'm just going to lay out the numbers, because it's, stalled out right here in the 14,000s. But it just so happened that like a few months ago that, here we go. The camera went off again. So now I've hit the camera twice. So that at least means I've been on here for 40 minutes, right? Let's see. The bee lady said, I have to keep hitting that because the Canon stinks. Do you keep a notebook of the ideas of what you will do? Yes, I do. I have a little notebook of, number one, the requests that I get from people, because if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget it. I get a lot of requests from people, and a lot of times it's videos that I've already done. So I just have to send them the link to it. But yes, if it's something new, I do have to write it down, because I'll never remember it. The longer you stay live, the more folks wander in. Yeah, that's good, right? Now I'm up to 19. Let them be. That is why you have us. Okay. Tim Windsor was saying, check your microphone, check. He asked to stop, which they didn't, so I removed them. Oh, is my volume good? Is the audio good? Because I know sometimes somebody came in and listened to it, and they're like, oh, your volume really wasn't that great. So I'm not sure. I think. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the troll said. I apologize if it was extremely rude. I don't know I'm sure it was meant towards me, but that's cool. I don't mind, because it's, like I said, I have a very thick skin. I don't let people say what they want to say, as long as they're not cursing, as long as there's no profanity, because I do like to, I like to think of myself as a family channel. I'd like to think that, I have nieces and nephews, and I'm always mindful of that. They might go to my channel and watch the video. How would I conduct myself if they were to watch my video? So I'm always mindful to I never curse. I try. If I do, I edit it out. But when I'm live, I definitely mind my language. I don't even like, OMG. People say OMG. I don't even say that. I don't know if you notice, I say, oh my gosh. Because I don't like saying the name unless I'm directly referring to him, because I'm a Christian. That's just me, though. And That's just how. Okay, the volume is good. Okay, good. Thanks. So I'm just going to be honest with you and say, hey, either this is working out or it's not. Like, okay, I'm either. Maybe I need to produce more shorts. Maybe I need to produce more videos, or maybe I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just go back to my old style of making videos, and that was like basically hardly putting any editing into it, because I would just hit record on the camera and talk continuously for the 12 minutes, and then I would literally upload it, and like, oh, this was my B-roll, this is the thing I'm talking about, and I like hold it up to the camera like that was my B-roll. Now I do the B-roll and I put some music in there, and I edit to the music, and it takes a long time to make a video. So maybe if I feel like in the end it's really not helping that much, maybe what I'll do, here's a thought. What I'm going to do, a video idea, and I'll have to write this down, B-Lady. Maybe what I'll do is send one of my videos off, all of the raw clips, and have someone else edit it and see how it comes out. You know how people do that? They're like, oh, I went to Fiverr and I hired somebody for $20 to edit my video, and this was the end result. So I'll have to see. I mean, I would like to do that to see if it would be, because honestly, if I could pay somebody $20 or $30 to do something like that, would be amazing. I would do that. I did hire someone on Fiverr to design something, and the person was from Bangladesh. And I gave him, like, I hired them for like whatever, and I wound up giving him like a $20 tip. Like, you go on Fiverr, so you're looking for something that costs $5 or $10, and I wound up giving him like a $20 tip. He's like, this was a really big deal for me. Thank you. I'm from Bangladesh. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you're from Bangladesh, but I don't care. But okay, I'm glad it helped you. Like, you don't realize, like, 20 American dollars is a lot of money to them. So I'm glad it helped him, but I would like to have somebody else edit it, because Peter McKinnon has done that. I've set my video off here and I've allowed them to edit it, and let's take a look and see what they've done and what I would recommend for them to change up. Right? That would be good. If it's good enough for Peter, right? Good enough for me. I'm kidding, obviously. I'll never be a Peter McKinnon. No one's ever going to be a Peter McKinnon. Even Peter McKinnon is not Peter McKinnon, in case you don't know. He's a character. I'm sure he's not who he is at home as he is on the camera. At least I would hope, because he's a little much. Could you imagine being married to that guy? Oh, no. You try to get romantic with him and he's pulling out a deck of cards and showing you a trick? I don't know. Thank you. Mm-mm. And he's so skinny, right? He's very skinny. So that's my plan on how to stimulate your growth on YouTube. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, wait. From Bangladesh, I have a question. What exactly are you editing out? Oh, when I edit? Okay. So whenever I do a video, and whether it's on a piece of gear or whether it's a Lumafusion tutorial, I hit record and then I start talking, and then all of a sudden, like, the cat will meow or I'll mess up, and then I'll have to stop, and then I'll have to start again. So all of the mistakes that I've made have to be cut out. And then you don't want one long static shot. So what I do is I do jump cuts. And a lot of times I'll cut my breathing out. So I'll say a sentence and I take a breath in, I cut the breath out, and then that next frame, so the shot, so that you don't notice it's been cut. Like, I want it to look like, not that I just took a breath out, but like it's a whole new shot. I'll make something different about that next shot. Like, I'll make the framing a little bigger. So I come in, so I'm like constantly in and out, like you're changing up the framing. And, I don't know. There's a YouTuber. His name is Parker Walbeck. Really great YouTuber. He's got over 1 million subs. And what he recommends that you do, because I watch all of his videos the way he recommends for people to edit, and he recommends gear and different things. He's a really intelligent business person, and I think the guy's like in his early 30s. He said your video, one of the big tips I got from him, there shouldn't be 10 static seconds in your video ever. Like 10 seconds is the most. So if you're sitting there talking for 10 seconds, something needs to happen after that 10-second mark. And it can't be you continuing to speak. You either need to change up your framing, or you need to bring in a title, or you need to bring in B-roll. You need to shift the scene, because if it's one long static thing, people are going to, they're going to jump ship. They're going to, this is lame, boom. They're going to hit another video and bounce out of your video. He's like, if you want to keep people engaged and interested and watching your videos, that's what you need to do. Every 10 seconds, something needs to happen where it's holding their attention and they're looking forward to whatever it is that you're going to say next. Like maybe you're dropping a teaser about something that's going to happen at the end of the video. And I would never do that, because that's annoying for me. That is so annoying. The news always used to get me with that. Oh, big news about this coming up later on the hour. And then you watch the whole thing to get to that story. And they wind up talking about something really stupid for like 30 seconds. And maybe that was it. So I would never do that. B Lady says, I have no idea and I would ever reach that level of editing. My monk friend says, I'd love a bit of shorter video on audio filters on Lumafusion for voice only, like click ABC and make your audio better. I've been using 2 of them only. Yeah, so I did a live stream on the audio, but Lumafusion, there's something up with the audio, and it's not just because I had gone live, and I was literally going to do that video live where I edited in the new audio section. I did do that. But then I was going to do the next live was going to be on audio filters. And all of a sudden, it didn't work. The audio filter thing wasn't working in Lumafusion. There's something going on with their audio. I don't know what it is. So now I don't use anything having to do with any third-party plugins. So if I had used a third-party plugin, whether it was a de-esser or whether it was a compressor, I had to drop all of that out of my video because I lost another video because the whole audio line was messed up, because it literally popped up in a warning box. This is happening because you're using it. It happened because of your third-party plugin. It has nothing to do with Lumafusion. It's that third-party plugin that you've used. That's the issue. And I'm like, oh no, like I can't. So I've just stopped using the third-party plugins, and it seems like I'm still having a little bit of an issue with Lumafusion. So now what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything in the audio anymore. I'm just tweaking it a little bit, but I'm not using that equalizer too much, because I feel like if you use too much of the equalizer, something goes wrong with it, and you keep getting a lot of, I don't know about you, but I have had to shut down Lumafusion like 50 times to do my one video, and it's very frustrating. Monk says, I suffered so much last week. I had finished editing half of my audio. All chopped up was gone. I know, right? Did you use a third-party plugin, Monk? My monk friend? I think I know your first name, but I don't want to say it. I think it's disrespectful, right? I shouldn't call you that. Something's definitely going on with the audio. So I would recommend don't even use third-party apps until they fix whatever they're doing. I capture the audio separately, but I had chopped it into so many pieces, so it was a lot of work importing it back and making a piece match back to the video's original audio. Oh, you film with your phone though, right? You don't record that audio directly in the phone? Did you detach the audio from your video? Are you sure it's gone? Because what did you record it with, I wonder? Maybe if it's in the video, like if you record something on your phone, the audio's in your phone. The audio is capturing your video. The video is capturing your audio. Oh. Oh, you do use a DSLR. See, when I do my videos, I try to make the filming process, because I already put so much into my editing process, I try to cheat my way out of that every single time. I will take the easy way out every single time. I always record my audio directly into camera. This way you don't have to sync up in post. Once I upload the video, right there's my audio. I don't have to sync it. I don't have to worry about the clap clap or the snap snap and matching it up here and dropping frames over here. No. I think personally you should record your audio directly into camera. I think for what we're using, listen, we're not doing professional Hollywood stuff here. There's only a certain level of quality that people are going to consume from YouTube anyway. It's not like, we're not in a theater with surround sound. I think you'd be okay to just record internally. Sound is a challenge for me, says Little Poet. Oh, welcome, Little Poet's in the house. How are you doing? How's Desi? Your dog is so cute. My microphone cable is too... No. My monk friend, have we met? Haven't you watched any of my videos? You see what this is? No. I never want to hear anybody say I can't because my cable's too short. It doesn't matter how long your cable is, okay? Look at this thing. This is an extension cable, okay? This is a brand new one I got. And you know why I got this one? Because it was recommended by the guys over at Deity that I trust wholeheartedly. These guys have worked on Hollywood movies and stuff. They know what they're doing when it comes to sound design. This is a triple covered cable. So it's going to help get rid of any kind of interference noise, anything, humming, frequencies, anything like that. You just need one of these, plug it into your camera, and then the other part goes into your microphone. You can get these anywhere from 3 feet, 6 feet, 9 feet, 12 feet, 30 feet, however long you want it to be. You just use this extension cable and boom, there's the end of your problem. You don't need it to be, you don't just have to use your microphone wire. Get the extension cable. And they're inexpensive. I mean, this is like an upscale wire. This triple coated cable. It's like real upscale. I got paid like $17 for it. I'm not kidding. And of course, you can always get just the Amazon basic ones, and they're always super cheap. I think they're like $6 for the Amazon basics, but they're not going to be triple coated like my cable. And to be honest with you, oh, good. Desi's a gangsta? Straight up. Yeah. Yep. You got to get yourself an extension cable for your microphone. Never leave your microphone on your camera. It should be, if you can get it, that's 6 inches away from your mouth, like I always say. And how do you know it's 6 inches? Go like this. That's 6 inches. From the thumb to the end of the pinky is always 6 inches, roughly about. Yep. Any other questions? Now I got 18 people in the chat. I love extension cables. Yeah, I remember when I got my first extension cable. Oh, it was like love at first sight, right? It was amazing. Didn't even know they existed. And the more that you do, the more you learn. I mean, for sure. The more videos that I produce, make, film, whatever, the more I learn. Like I even surprise myself half the time that, I've been doing this now for 2 years and I still learn things. Like I'm still surprised about things and I learn things. I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't know that. Or I just learned that about the Canon M50, or I found that in Lumafusion. I never even knew that was there. Like little things that you think you're so good at. You think you got it down like that, and then all of a sudden you realize, I'm still learning. Like, even though I've been doing it for 2 years, I'm still learning. Little Poet said, best $250 mic for sit-down videos sitting pretty close to the camera. Okay, so I don't even think you have to spend that much money. $250. Do you want a mic like this, like how I have, like this? Or do you want something that is out of the shot? When I first started YouTube making videos, it was a crime that your microphone was in the frame. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's microphone's in the frame. Like, they just took that rule and threw it right out and, like, neglected to tell anybody else about it. But, I don't think you have to. You want a shotgun microphone? Okay, so $250. The microphone that I have is the Deity V3 Mic Pro. That's a $200 microphone, has a built-in battery, has built-in gain all the way up to 10, stepless gain knob, so you don't hear it clicking if you're clicking it while you're using it. The Deity microphones are really good, really, really good. But I really don't even think you need to spend that much money. I don't. I think that I just did a video on the new small Deity microphone. It's a vlogging microphone, but I literally have it as a shotgun microphone during that video. So I don't know if you saw, it's the V Mic 4. It's like their new little vlogging microphone. It's the Deity V Mic D4. That's the name of it. V Mic D4. And that thing is $50 and it sounds awesome. Now, what do you use to edit, Little Poet? Are you a Lumafusion user, or what do you use to edit your videos? Yeah, it's not the D4 Duo, because the Duo... Oh, Susan didn't say that. Yes, it's the V Mic... Oh, D4. Okay, V Mic D4, but it's not the Duo. Somebody above you said the Duo. The Duo is the one that has two capsules for vlogging, one in the back and one in the front. I actually have it sitting right back there, right by the light. That's the D4 Duo. They want me to make a video on that too, but that's another thing that's sitting in my pile of to-do list that I feel so guilty about that I have. Oh, and I actually, you guys, I got one of the pieces of gear that I'm not allowed to tell you about. It's one of those. It's embargoed right now, and I'm not allowed to talk about it. I never thought I'd hear the day that I'd say that. I have the embargo thing. I'm not allowed to talk about it. You don't edit. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you clip anything, you throw in B-roll, you start talking and you add in pictures of Desi while you're talking, all that's editing. You're not giving yourself credit. Why do we as women do that? Why do we not give ourselves the credit we are due? You edit. You edit good. That one time you were walking around in the thrift shop buying all these cute little things, and you picked up the Wally Lamb book, and I love Wally Lamb. It stuck out in my head, by the way. Wayne Photo says, trouble with shotguns are not good if you're walking around or demonstrating something, so not practical if you're doing an explanation video with the video explanation. Very true. Very true. That's why that's, she wants something to say. Her video style is she sits down, all sophisticated, because that's how she rolls. And she gives her little spiel on life and what it's like to be a woman. So she just mainly sits there. But yes, that is a good piece of tidbit for anyone who is thinking about getting a microphone. If you are up and about, it is difficult to work with that shotgun microphone boomed above you, because the minute that you're out of the range and you move to the side, like over here, see how my voice is cutting off from the microphone? Like, you need to be right in front of it. So if you also need a microphone that you're walking around with, always do a lavalier microphone. Yes, you are. Hey, you are. You are brilliant. Take your credit, girl. Take your bow. You deserve it. Little poet, I can't find the mic. Yeah, it should be, it's definitely, hold on a second. It's the Deity V-Mic D4 Mini. This is it, right here. This is the microphone right here. So that's, and it's definitely on Amazon. And if they're sold out on Amazon, you can get it directly from Deity. They have it on their website too. And it's Deity, D-E-I-T-Y. Or as the Canadians would say, deity. Deity. But that's, I think, sorry, did I just hit that? I know that's annoying. Yeah, they're a really good microphone company. All of those guys are really put... Deity is an offshoot of Aperture. I'm sure everyone knows who Aperture is. They have like the really great lights that everybody else is trying to compete against their lights. They have this offshoot microphone company, and their first microphone was actually named Aperture, but they changed it to Deity. So Deity is an offshoot of Aperture, and they make great stuff for like crazy great pricing. Okay, I can't find the mic. What? Oh, so these shoes, so funny. I'm not allowed to wear regular sneakers in my house, so I literally wear these as slippers because they're so comfortable, you guys. They're called Dudes. Hey, Dudes. These are the most comfortable shoe, and they're just like a boat shoe. Oh, they're like molded to the bottom of my foot. They feel good, and I got a varicose vein, and it helps the varicose vein. Yeah, when you're older, you're going to find out about those. Do you guys have Boya Company? They have lengthy lavalier mic, coin battery powered, so need of audio mixing and edit, just record and sit and talk. Yeah, Boya's good too. They're good, but that Deity mic, like I've reviewed the Boya mini shotgun, and I reviewed a Boya wireless lav mic. They're very low. They have a big bottom attached to it. So that means they have a lot of low end attached to their microphones, which are good for some voices. But I think for female voices, it's too much and will sound a little muddy for the female voice, is my personal opinion. For men, I think it's a little better, but for girls, I think it's a little muddy, the Boya. But yes, it is a good microphone. Either way. But the reason that I like this one is because it's only $50. And the sound that you're getting out of it is really, really good. So, V-Mic D4 Mini. Is it not on Amazon? Wait a minute. Let me go to Amazon. Let me just pop over there. Why not? Who cares that I'm live streaming right now? Doesn't matter. We'll just go on over there and see if we can get the microphone for Susan. V-Mic. If so, I will just send you the link. Susan, right there when I get it. Here it is, right? You can get it for $49.95 on Amazon. And I have to be honest with you, it's a great... Come on. Go. I need this link. Holla. Come on. Give me the link. You guys, this laptop is a piece of garbage. I will never buy this laptop ever again. Now let me see. Control V is paste, right? Control V, paste. Oh no, it's asking me to open a widget again. Did I not send that? Did I not do the... Listen, this thing is asking me to open a widget. I don't know what that means. I'm scared. Did the link... Hold on a second. I'm getting the link right now. Hold on a second. Control C is copy, right, y'all? And then Control V is paste. Isn't that what it is? I don't know what just happened to the internet. Am I even streaming anymore? Who knows? Hold on a second. Control V. Oh, you know what? They're not letting me put a link up. I didn't know you couldn't do that. Did anybody else know you couldn't do that? You can't put a link into a comment. How is that even possible? Control V. Enter. Nope, it's not letting me put it. Why? That is so strange. Yeah, I can't understand why this won't let me put the... Oh, there it is. Okay, the link went through. Okay. I was like, maybe I dropped the live stream when I went over to Amazon. That's the link for the microphone. So I do want to work on that channel banner. So I think what I'm going to do for my channel banner is I'm going to do a tutorial in Affinity Photo. And then we all can do our channel banners together. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't do enough tutorials with Affinity Photo. And to be honest with you, I don't use it that much. Like I use it to make symbols for my titles. And I use it for other things. But like as far as utilizing it for a photography thing, I really don't take that many photographs. Like every now and then I'll take, if something is just drop dead gorgeous, like something in the sky or something that really is catching my attention, then I'll snap a picture of it. But I'm not a photographer. That's not, are you kidding me? Okay, that's the third time now that I've hit the camera. And I think that's, just somebody's way of saying it's been too long. It's time to leave. Well, the image is not coming back. So I'm sure you're still able to hear me. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for popping by. And I will let you guys know if we are successful when it comes to growing the channel from here with everything that I've outlined. I know. It's... okay. Well, listen, I'm going to jump off here anyway because I've been on long enough. I had to hit that thing 4 times. It goes dark after every 25 minutes. And, I have neighbors and stuff, so I should probably quiet it down. But thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate you when you guys pop by and you are a part of the community and you engage with me and bring life into the stream. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Applause to the moderators. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys. And until next time, wear your sunblock. Call your mom and dad to say how much you love them. I had to do that to show that I got some music. I'm on my own Caster. Good night, guys. Have a great weekend.